All right, guys, I'm gonna show you this cool Shin-On-Shin armbar. You're good. It's something you gotta set up quickly, right? As soon as you feel this person setting up their Shin-On-Shin, you gotta like start attacking them, because once she starts unweighting your foot and stuff like that, it's kind of over. Okay, so as like Sarah starts to make this Shin-On-Shin connection, I'm almost like meeting her with this underhook, right? My wrist is gonna be turned out, and I'm gonna look to like start pulling her arm up, kind of almost like a standing choi bar, okay? Right, I wanna have this grip on the arm, so now if Sarah goes to pull away from me, I have this nice connection, okay? I personally can just step over and into this hole, but if you guys have balance issues, you can post on your partner. I'm gonna lift my leg up and over, and I wanna stick it like right into this, what I call the triangle, right? I want my foot through here. I don't wanna step on the mat. Right, I stick this through, and now essentially I'm just gonna do a forwards roll over my shoulder. I can post on the mat if I need to, as like I roll through, okay? As I roll through, I wanna start bringing this foot right behind Sarah's head, okay? When I bring my foot behind, I put my toes out, and I pull her head in towards me, okay? Now from here, I wanna actually like grab her face and roll it up and in as I grab her wrist, right? And I just hip through, okay? If you guys finish like this, it's totally fine. It's just a classic armbar. I just really like this behind the head finish, because now if she goes to pull away from me, she's almost like, she's not gonna get choked, but she's almost in like a pseudo choke. It's uncomfortable. The other thing it does when I actually roll this calf up to me is it really locks her shoulder in place. So when I hip through, there's no movement of the arm, versus when you're here, her shoulder can move around, and you're just gonna have to hip for your finish a lot more. Not saying I don't do it, just preferably, right? I like that. Okay, I do have some other options from here as well that I like. If I go and I punch and I bring this up, sometimes I'll honestly just go right into like an ude-gatami from here, right? So it's all the same grip where like she's grabbing, right? It's really important that I cut my wrist out, and I'm not just like hooking her armpit here. Yeah, exactly, right? Like my wrist and everything is cutting, and it's coming like right behind her elbow and coming up to me, right? That makes that arm super weak, okay? So now I can actually punch like right into this ude-gatami, grab my own elbow, and look for my finish. If she taps there, awesome. And if I'm quick and I just bang, hit that ude-gatami, that'll finish. Usually if I'm training and I'm not trying to be a dick, like people are gonna start rolling through, right? I'm gonna turn my knee in here, right? Grab the wrist, right? Look to finish here and hip up and through. Okay, so now we're gonna go through kind of like everything one more time. Again, she goes for that Shin-On-Shin, right? I look to punch in right in that like almost pit of her elbow, grab up, and I almost like want to pull this in like a choi bar, okay? If you guys can just step up and through and you're athletic enough, awesome. Most people are gonna have to like kind of push off on the head, right? Step their foot up, make sure we put it in this hole, almost like we're stepping on the mat between her legs, okay? From here, I'm gonna look to post on the mat, roll through here, right? As I roll through, watch my hips. They're gonna go all the way to the other side as I wrap my foot right behind Sarah's head. If I'm having an issue with that, I'll actually take my other foot, lift her head up with it, right? Rotate my foot in, and I point my toes. Okay, from here, I like to be on my hip for that finish. I'm gonna grab her face with my calf, roll up and in, grab her thumb, and hip through that finish. Now, if we're here, right, and I start punching, I feel good about bringing this up, right? As like I feel my elbow come up, see our arm starts to get straight, I'm almost gonna keep like rotating this up as if I were like throwing an elbow. Rotating up, gets to here, right? I grab my own elbow and I'm gonna drop down on this. If she does this like little forwards roll, I just step my foot, turn my knee, right? Sit through, grab the wrist, right? Everything comes to the center of my chest, and I look to hip up and through. If you guys want to too, you could work to get to that same type of finish here, okay? And then there's a lot of fun options from there as well I can do, especially if people start rolling forwards and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm